Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Black Girl Minimalism. I am doing the read with the Black Tarot Guidebook deck. I think I had a message for you guys. I have to get up because Babe's in good motion at this time. Um, but I can't remember if I said this on last night read, but I don't think I did. So I've been taking notes every day. So let's see. Okay, so this is a message. So you ever ask God for a win and he just delivers? That's the energy that we're given for today, is the deliverance to be delivered from, but be delivered in a season of win. Pushing through your fear, okay? So we're going to do a spread of 12 and we'll see what comes out for us. I don't have the book for this particular deck, so we're just going to read into the pictorial demonstration for what comes forward. The first card to come up is the Daughter of Knives. So I see this as a triumph. That's how I see it. She has two swords in the back. And how I see this is two swords that are protecting the unseen. And I actually brought up this book that I started rereading. It's by James Baldwin, Things Unseen. And that's what I saw. That's what I see in this particular drawing, is that she has the sword facing forward, right? But she has two swords in the back. It could be like maybe two, it could be a literal thing, like two swords in your back, like representing people or whatever the case may be, or it could be two swords in your back where you can't see it, meaning protection front facing and protection behind you. But I see it as a place of triumph. The next thing to come forward is a Father of Baskets. So the Father of Baskets I see this as a protection spirit, but a protection that is fostering fruits or fostering things to be tucked away. And I see the baskets as finances, as we would see in the Pentacles energy, is like putting forth filling your baskets with what you need. The father's identity in a family is one, protection, is providing, and it's creating structure. But if you take a look at it, first you see the housing of the garden, but then behind it you see the actual house structure. So he's providing the fruits needed from the garden, or plucking the fruits needed from the garden in order to take it back to the house. So maybe going out to bring back what's needed at home. So that is one way to take that, but I do see it as a representation of being provided for, okay? So the next thing we have coming up is the Ace of Baskets. I actually really love this card, and I haven't seen it in so long. This is like a passing of the torch, and it is masculine representation here, but it could be, it could be either way, masculine, feminine, whomever is represented in being able to the torch being passed. It's like putting yourself, your crown or your necklace on that represents the lineage. And I do believe that flower that's shown is the lily. It looks like the lily. And let's see the meaning behind lily. I think it's peace, and purity.
And
sorry.
I have been a New Yorker for the past 10 years.
Sorry, guys.
And I'm originally from...
So the lily represents purity, renewal, and devotion. I was going to say purity, but there you go. It's purity, renewal, and devotion. So their own meanings shift significantly with color, symbolizing everything from joy, yellow. So it's so funny because I'm just piecing things together. So we just came from Lowe's, and one of the elder ladies, she called herself Mama. So she was like, I just love your hat. Like, I just love your hat. Like, where did you get it from? She was like, online. I was like, no, I got it from a vintage shop, like consignment. It's really old, like a 1940s hat. She was like, I can tell, like, I really like that hat. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so hard. Like, I can't part with this one. Like, I really love this hat too. And normally I would just like take the hat off and like have it. But her name was Joy. Then the funny thing about that is that she was like, I'm a preacher. I want that hat to wear when I say my sermon on Sunday. I was like, is it for church? She's like, yes, I have the hat on, and then I can come in and because I preach. I was like, I could tell. I knew you were a preacher because the way she approached me, it was just like, hey, hi, and I was like, okay, Miss Joy. I was like, I'm Camila. Nice to meet you. I was like, if I find another one like this, because, if I'm looking, and this hat I particularly found in LA, but I was like, if I'm looking, then I'll, think of you and I'll bring it back and give it to you. I do have one other hat that is not the same style, but it's like a crown hat, like maybe 1980s. It reminds me of Halle Berry and Boomerang at the end, where she's wearing like this kufi style hat, which is very like 1980s and artistic, because she was an art teacher in that video. I was like, if I find something, I'll bring it back and I'll give it to you. So it's a representation of joy, and there's a parallel there, that you're in a space where you're being passed a torch on something, but it's going to represent joy for you, or the season coming forth is going to represent joy. Also, the color of the lily, if being white, is sympathy, if that is being used. And then there's also the color, the color of purple with the lily, which is representative of royalty. So like weddings, funerals, religious events to signify innocence, rebirth, and divine form, right? The next thing we have coming up is the Temperance card. All right, so this is a moon cycle energy card, and this is a energy that utilizes their skills very well. So it's telling you to utilize your skills at this time. Next card coming up, my favorite card in this deck. You guys will see why. So the time is 1, 2, 3, 4. The time is 4 on the clock. I'm a 4 number, numerology. If you are any other number, I'm just specifying what time is on the clock. It's number 4. There are florals coming out of the clock, which are yellow. Her shirt is yellow. We talked about the yellow representation, and it has a significance of happiness. She's on travel. She's going to travel. She has a suitcase packed. And she's ready for travel. So there's a travel coming up for you very soon that is going to be a representation of maybe using your skills and bringing about happiness for you. We have the 3 of Wands that's here as well. It's 3 energies of women together. I see this as a sisterhood card. I love it how it's represented in this deck, the 3 of Wands, because it's like they're being very playful. They're blowing bubbles. They're sitting what looks to be like a barnyard fence. So I see the representation of like maybe a countryside represented there as well. And then we have the Hermit card. This is going inward. So you have the Temperance card, that's a moon cycle. You have the Hermit card, that's a moon cycle. And you're going inward. You're sitting in a place of peace, solitude. I knew this was going to come up because this was at the bottom of the deck. The Sun card, it's a union that is birthing something new. It could be a physical birth, as in a baby, or it could just be a birth of something new. So these things go together. You got the Temperance, you got the inward energy, and you got the Sun card. That is a 3 cycle. And then we have the 3 of Wands that's represented in the number 3 as well. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have the 4 of Coins. You're awaiting the next door coming forward. There's something behind this door you're awaiting. She also has the cowrie shells behind her, which is a level of protection. So whatever's behind this door, you're awaiting it. It looks like she's ready for it, right? The same way the Daughter of Knives was. It's not so much like this pillage forward. You're just comfortably waiting at the door. The 4 of Knives as well. So we have the 4 of Coins, we have the 4 of Knives. And the knives are positioned very practically on the table in a charcuterie board display. And on each side you have two utensils on each side, which is representing a perfect alignment of energy. She's reading over what looks to be a book, which the book is blue, and blue can represent, I think it could be pureness as well, and peace. Blue symbolism. So it's stability, serenity, trust, and intelligence is represented with the color blue. Then we have the Six of Baskets. Six of Basket is a very playful energy. I see this as siblings, like just kind of running with each other, like you have the little brother and the big sister. So that could be significant if you are a big sister and you have little brothers, or however it works in the sibling dynamic. Maybe you're the eldest. And it's a level of protection there as it pertains to familial makeup. And they're picking up strawberries. The strawberries, I don't know. Everything is like, look it up, look it up. Okay. So strawberries are significant for love, passion, and fertility. So maybe, okay. And particularly to representative Venus as well, and art. Friendship, healing, connection. So maybe some aspects of healing and connection is coming forward in this aspect, in a very youthful energy exchange. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'll choose one more. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful Friday. We have the Three of Knives. And I see this, the Three of Knives is very, it's a place of solitude here. She's knitting. Looks like someone that might be older, maybe older in her walk. It doesn't particularly look like she's older at first. But if you kind of look at her body language, she does seem to be a bit older in her stance and her looking down and the knitting factor, the craftsmanship of it. But it's a place of solitude because she's next to a window. So it's a place of solitude for her that she is utilizing these skills. And then what's facing up is the Lover's card. Another symbolism of the moon cycle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards represented in the moon cycle coming forward. And we talked about the number 4 numerology that was specific here. These don't look like butterflies. They look like moths, but I could be wrong. What you think?
I think butterflies.
Butterflies. So, okay, so it kind of looks like a butterfly, but a very indigenous one that's not, found a lot, but it has the blue that's significant in the color here. It's also in the Hermit card as well, in the blue waters. And also the woman figure, take it as you will. She looks like she could be maybe it looks like she could be carrying a belly. So maybe she's birthing something new for herself. That might be significant. It doesn't have to be a physical baby birth. It could just be birthing something new, maybe environment, anything, energy that is going to be fresh and new. And that's coming forward in a place of passion and exchange. So, yeah. Oh, the 4 numerology. Hold on. So 4 has to do with stability, structure, practicality, and hard work. It's representative of the organizer. They're dependable, grounded, disciplined approach to life. They're very methodical and they're dedicated. They're serving as the backbone of families and businesses. So you're very vital. And, for those that this stands for, the number 4 came up in, just the 4 moon cycle cards. And then also we talked about the 4, 4 on the clock. So it's saying that where the significance is for a broader range is that it's signifying a place of stability for you. So I hope that you guys receive this message. I love you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.